One more characteristics also you can write. So, for example, I will ask you to prepare, somebody of you, I will ask you to prepare chicken curry. Now, Shakti, you tell me, I will give you 1 kg of chicken. Will you feel any smell? Nothing. But after preparation, smell, even it is coming very long distance also. Sir. So now, smell, what we used to say, we are not supposed to say change in smell. So smell we used to call in chemistry, we are having a word called as odor. Understand? Our odor we can say. So change in odor will take place. What will happen? Change in odor. Odor means what? Smell. Understand? So before reaction, after reaction. For example, fermentation process will carried out. The smell will change or not? Please respond. Burning
Yes, sir.
taking place. For example, it will burn the plastic. The change is taking place or not? Honest. That is what. So odor means smell will take place. That is what you have to remember it. So these are the 6 features of chemical reactions or characteristics of chemical reactions. Any doubt in this? You can ask. Yes? Everybody clear? So this is what it is. So now in our next class we will study with a 1 by 1 characteristic, change in color, evolution of gas, formation of precipitate, change in color, change in temperature, change in state, change in odor. Everything we will study clearly with the help of examples and everything. So now if we'll go to that, so now first of all we have to see some more important thing regarding reactants and products. So that is all. Let us see what we'll say. So we will discuss now. So if you notice it, as I told you, chemistry, chemical reactions means the old bonds will break and new bonds will form. Yes or no? Shruti, you asked me the question yesterday. Sir, how it will be forming? Yes, so now I will explain you with the example. So let us discuss. Shall we start? So that is, so as we know, Pradosh, so if you notice it, so what do you mean by chemical changes? So simple, we can say old bonds will break, old bonds will break, and what will happen?
New bond.
Okay. So new bonds will form between the atoms. But is it number of atoms will change?
No, sir.
No number of atoms will change. Understanding? Before reaction, after reaction, number of atoms are same. But what will happen? Tamil Selvan? The only old bonds will break.
Old bond change into new bond.
Okay, so now let us discuss. So as we know, the well-known example of us, as we all people know, so hydrogen. So what is the hydrogen? H2, formation of water. H2 plus O2 will give you what, guys? H2O. So balancing, we have to do it. So here 2 hydrogens, oxygens only 2. So I can keep here 2. And
2 H2.
now hydrogens will become 4, so that I can keep here 2 H2. Okay. Balancing, I will keep very clearly, neatly. Don't worry now. Okay. You only focus. So this is the formation of water. Any doubt? Yes. So this is the hydrogen. What is this, guys? Oxygen. This is what we used to call it as water. Now, you tell me. Let me see. I will ask the question. Manya, what is the hydrogen valency? You studied already in 9th class. As I told you to study. Hydrogen is a diatomic molecule. So what is the valency of hydrogen? Anybody? Either +1 or -1. Or no?
+1.
+1.
That is, yeah, +1. So hydrogen bond is present like this. One hydrogen sharing 1 electron like this. Is it okay, Shruti now, Sriya? Everyone? So hydrogen bond, single bond, because only 1 electron. Now oxygen valency. Shakti, oxygen valency. Oxygen valency. Mukesh, Karthik. Oxygen valency, I am asking. Maitreya. Oxygen valency.
2.
Oxygen is 2. 2 oxygen atoms, but -2 is the valency. So that
Minus.
oxygen double bond. Understand? So remember, all of you. Single line, if I'll draw, 1 pair of electrons is sharing. Actually, you have to study later, but now itself you have to understand it. So one single line, if I'll draw, how many electrons is sharing? 1 pair of electrons. Understand? 1 electron ille, 1 pair of electron. If I'll draw like this double bond, this is called as single bond. What is to call? Single bond. Okay. Now this is, if I'll draw, it is called as double bond. So that how many pairs is sharing here? 2 pairs
Two
of
pair.
electrons. Understand? So each pair how many electrons? 2 pairs of electrons is sharing. So each pair how many electrons? 2 pairs means each pair 2 electrons. So totally 4 electrons are sharing each other. Clear, guys? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
that is what you have to remember. So now let us discuss. So this is what how the Shruti asked me correct. That question will see. So hydrogen 2H2 plus O2 will give you 2H2. Now, if you'll notice it, so we'll write in the form of chemical equation. So as I written 2H2 plus O2 means in the form of bonds you write 2H2 means what? One hydrogen, another hydrogen, one pair. Next another hydrogen, second pair. Yes or no, Elmokil? Plus
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
oxygen how it is there? O double bond O.
Double
O
bond.
double bond O. So these bonds are what we used to call old bonds or new bonds? Old bonds
Old
are
bonds.
Old bonds.
Old one.
old bonds.
Old bonds.
So old bonds, we can say how they are there old bonds? 2 hydrogens. Yes or no? So 2 pairs of hydrogens and a single pair of what?
Oxygen.
Oxygen.
So how I am writing? See, this is one pair of hydrogen, this is another pair of hydrogen. That is why I am writing like this. Any doubts? Shruti, have you understand? You asked me the question correct.
Yes, sir.
That is what. Now you can see. So what it is forming? How many water molecules they are forming? Check it. How many water molecules they are forming? Samaya?
2H2.
2H2.
Two.
So that 2H2O is forming. So you can see 2H2O means what? 1 oxygen, 2 hydrogens. Yes or no, guys? Same way. 1 oxygen, 2 hydrogens. So both if you combine, we are getting 2H2O. Yes or no? Please.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now,
Sir.
what see here you see? Oxygen, double bond oxygen, hydrogen, single bond hydrogen, hydrogen, single bond hydrogen. But is there any like that bonds? No bonds. Yes or no? All new bonds forms. What is the new bonds here? Anybody tell me? Monish will say. What is the new bonds you are finding, Monish, here? How many total bonds finding? Check it. I will change the color and I will show you. How many new bonds are forming? 1, 2, 3, 4. So totally how many? 4. Which bonds they are? OH, OH. OH, OH. What is that bond? OH bond. Clear, everyone? 4 OH bonds is forming. Understand, Shruti, now? This is what. So that is why we can say this is which change, guys? Chemical change or physical change? It is
Chemical
the
change.
Chemical.
have you noticed it? Changed or not? Yes, please respond.
Sir.
That is the reason. So
Sir.
please all of you noted this. So this is an example which I can say chemical reactions, old bonds will break, new bonds will form. Any doubt? Anybody you can ask me in this. Clear? Laksha, Ishali?
Yes.
Yes, that is what it is happening. So this is all about it. Now I want to say you about the chemical reactions. One more interesting and important thing which will be helpful for NTSC and as well as it's a general knowledge you must be having. Now some chemical reactions is started. Okay, now let me take like a graph. So you can keep a heading. So like a graphical representation of chemical reactions. Understand? So chemical reactions, how it will be taking place. Now, if you notice it, it is, so we will take it as a reactants. So now, initially products are more or reactants are more? Anybody? Initially products are more or reactants more?
Reactants.
Who is more?
Reactant.
Sai, reactants are more or products are more initially? When the time keep on going, reaction will carry it out. So initially who is more? Initially who is more?
Reactants.
Reactant. So this is the concentration. Means concentration means the amount of products and reactants. So concentration will be there. Now at initial case when the time is not started, time is almost 0. So the concentration of the reactants is maximum or not? Please respond. Yes. So let me take some value. I don't know. Understand, Pradosh, what I'm saying? So now when the time keep on increasing, the amount of reactants will decrease or increases. Anybody? Will decrease. Yes. Please respond. When the time keep on increases, the amount of reactants will be keep on decrease or increases. It will decreases. Why? The products will keep on increases. Yes, sir? The change in the concentration of reactants and products in unit time. So when the reactants is converting into products, so whose amount is increasing? Whose amount is increasing? Products amount is increasing and the reactant amount is decreasing. So initially reactants will be maximum at a less number of time. So that reactants will be maximum and they keep on decreasing like this. So at that some level, they'll become, it almost will become zero. Is it yes or no? This is what the graph representation of reactants. Understand everyone? Reactants. So reactants, if the time is keep on increases, the concentration is decreases. Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So next, if the initially products are maximum or zero, initially products are maximum or zero, initially
Maximum.
Zero.
products initially maximum or
Zero, sir.
zero. Products initially zero, correct. Before reaction, who is maximum? So reaction is not yet started. Reactants is maximum. No products. Yes or no? No products will be there. Once the reaction is carried out, reactants will be decreases. Products will what will happen?
Increases.
Increases. So that initial case when the reaction is started, products are zero. But when the time keep on increases, what is happening? The products is keep on increases. Yes or no, guys? So at certain level, once the reactants will become over, then is it any production of products? No production, correct? So that is what? So completely over. So when the time keep on increases, the amount of reactants will be keep on decreases and amount of products will be keep on. What is happening?
Increases.
Keep on increases. Now, if you notice it here, point of intersection is there. So means in the sense of what it is, apply mathematical brain and tell me. At point of intersection, what is happening? Means exactly both are half off. Means 50% reactants is converting into what? 50% is reactants is converting into 50% product.
50% of product.
So that is what. So this is what we used to call as reactants and as well as products. Okay. So when the time keep on increases, reactants will decreases. Amount of reactant will decreases. When the time keep on increases, amount of products will keep on increases. Yes or no? Yes, please respond. So this is what we used to call. So the concentration of reactant products changes during the chemical reaction, which is measured in the form of, this is only we used to call it as rate of reaction. What we used to call, Maitrayan?
Rate of reaction.
So when the time is rate of reaction means when the time keep on increases, amount of reactants is decreasing. When the time keep on increases, amount of products is increasing. Yes or no, guys? Please respond. That is what you have to understand the things. So the change in this reactants and concentration of reactants and products is only we used to call it as in chemistry. We're having a name called as 11th class and 12th class. We will study the name called as chemical kinetics. What we used to call? The subject which we'll study about this one, we used to call it as chemical kinetics. So that is only we used to call it as stoichiometry. Okay. So stoichiometry, which we will going to study in the 11th class, and the class 10th we will study balancing equations. So that balancing equation only we used to call it as stoichiometric equation. What we used to call? Balancing equations only, stoichiometric equations we used to call it as. So in the stoichiometry, 11th class we will study the start studying the concept. That is the most important concept for NEET or JEE, whatever it is. So this chemical, what is the subject we used to call it as? This rate of reactions, the concentration of reactants and products, chemical kinetics, and this is for general awareness only I am saying, for NTS and all. Okay. So this chemical kinetics is the study of the rate of chemical reactions and factors which is affecting the rate of reactions and as well as mechanism of chemical reaction. So that is what the chemical kinetics will say. So it will help us to understand the what is the chemical kinetics. One is rate of reaction. Rate of reaction. Next one is what? The factors affecting, means some reactions will take place fast. Yes or no? Some reactions will take place very fast Some reactions will take place very slow. So that is what we can say factors affecting. Okay, factors affecting the rate of reaction, and as well as last one, mechanism, how it is taking place with the presence of heat or electricity or light or some other any catalyst are there, etc., etc. That is what mechanism. So these are the three things which we will study in the chemical kinetics. Okay, so what are the factors? Understanding rate of reactions, and as well as factors affecting, and as well as mechanism. So these are the three things which we will study in the chemical kinetics. So during these chemical reactions, so change in concentration of reactants and products at a time will take place. Reactants keep on decreases, products keep on increases. So now there are some changes which the characteristics characterize the occurrence of chemical reactions. That is what the 6 characteristics which how we can characterize the chemical reaction. That is only 6 things. What is that 6 things? That is only ways to call it as features of chemical reactions. Also we can call it as what? Characteristics of chemical reactions. So during this rate of reactions is taking place, means concentration of reactants and products are taking place, then we can observe if it is a chemical change, then we can characterize some changes which is occurs of a chemical reaction. That is totally how many guys? 6. What is that? First one is evolution of a gas, second one is formation of precipitate, third one is what? Change in color. The next one is change in temperature. Next one is change in state. And last one is what? Change in odor. Understand? So odor means what we used to call it as? Odor means what we used to call smell. Change in smell. So these are the 6 factors. Then next tomorrow we will observe. These are the easily observable features. That is why they are called as characteristics of chemical reaction. So many other factors also might be. Understanding change in enthalpy, change in entropy. That is all we study in the 12th class. Okay. But here these are the easily observable features. Everybody can observe. So that is why we can say these are the characteristics of chemical reactions. So one by one with plenty of examples we will study in the next class. Everything like change in color, change in odor, change in physical state, change in temperature, everything we'll study with plenty of examples. So with this I will leave you. So thank you everybody. We'll meet you in the offline session. Thank you all. Bye. We'll meet in the afternoon.